what can I do to collaborate more with other on creative project? What can I do to collaborate? Okay. Um, what's a collaboration? Okay, yeah. Collaboration is a kind of like a something new term. Probably some people understand, some people not. All right, let me example to you. Usually, collaboration is actually happen in the social media term, but let's just talk about it. Collaboration means like that. Ki when you find such a person who is kind of like a same thought process like you. Thought process means same kind of like if you are photographic person, another person is also photographic person. Okay, yeah. So you collaborate. Okay, your work and his work collaborate and try to create some sort of thing. Okay, so I try to create some sort of creative thing. All right, yeah. That is called kind of like a something really a collaboration. All right, yeah. Means like the two same kind of people are actually working towards one goal. That is called collaboration. All right, yeah. It actually happened on the social media platform. All right, yeah. You already understand. All right, yeah. So question is that ki how would I supposed to collaborate more with others to um sorry, ah how would I supposed to collaborate more with other with the people? Yeah, collaborate. uh Let me tell you one thing now. Collaboration is a kind of like a something like terminology which is like I didn't really believe in that thing. What do you mean by believing that thing? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, yeah. If I am kind of like a something really around such a people, okay, who are kind of like a something like, let me tell you one thing. My creative work is a photography. Okay, yeah. I do create photo and creative photo stuff like that on the YouTube platform. If I am kind of like a somethingly working with couple of people, okay, yeah, who are kind of like a somethingly have same talent like me, I'm literally enjoy the process. Okay, yeah, enjoy the process and stuff like that, and I do collaborate with them. Okay, yeah, but I usually prefer to be this thing that ki it should supposed to be collaborate with the talent, not like not creative challenges or not creative like a argument or creative like a differences. Okay, what's the creative differences? All right, yeah. So when you collaborate with such a people who has the same mindset, okay, yeah, there is a kind of like a something like creative difference too. Okay, yeah. What do you mean by that? Example is that key like basically I am a chef. Okay, yeah, and I make a like a chocolate cake even more better. Like my expertise in chocolate cake. Okay, yeah. Then basically is this thing I collaborate with such a person who is also a chef, who also make a kind of like a cake, but his expertise in the strawberry cake. Okay, like he makes like a strawberry cake even more better. All right, yeah. Now we have a kind of like a working on same project. We have to make a kind of like a such a cake. In that particular cake, we have kind of like a creative challenge. Like what kind of like a cake should we supposed to make? A strawberry cake or a chocolate cake? Okay, yeah. Because like basically is this thing, I am not good with the strawberry cake, as also another person is not really good with the chocolate cake. All right, yeah. So is that thing ki this project is really essential. In this project we have to show our best work, and in this kind of like a project we are kind of like a collaborating with such a people who is kind of like a somethingly very different test. Okay, different thought process. Yeah, we are actually in the same category of field, but is that key like the the thought process and thinking ability is a kind of like a something very different. So it kind of like occurred creative differences. Okay, yeah. Means like that I wanted to take shot like this, the another person is actually taking the shot like this, and it kind of like a something creative difference, and which is not really good. Okay, yeah. Which is actually happen in the collaboration thing. Okay, yeah. So in this particular situation some person has to be kind of like a something like a let down, and another person take it charge, and you have to work according to him, or like basically it's a lot of thing dude. Okay, yeah. um so I respect the person who is actually making the chocolate cake. I respect the person who is actually making the strawberry cake. Okay, yeah. But is that thing key, like, I don't know, dude. Okay, yeah. I usually prefer to be that ki I have to make my chocolate cake even more better instead of focusing on the things that I don't like. Like, basically, I like to make chocolate cake. Okay, I have expertise in chocolate cake. I wanted to make my chocolate cake even more better. I don't want to make strawberry cake. I don't like the strawberry cake. I I don't know. It's like that now. The strawberry cake is like it is kind of like a something very out of my liking thing. Okay, yeah. So why would I supposed to like shift my mindset or learn something about the strawberry cake and make something strawberry cake? No, it's not. Nah. Okay, yeah. It kind of like a something really like a resist for me to kind of like a doing a such a work that I don't really like it. All right, yeah. So basically, when you collaborate with the people, it kind of like create creative differences. Okay, yeah. And how do you overcome them? Like basically, is this thing at somewhere in your life, if you are doing creative work, probably you have to collaborate with the peoples and brands and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So in that particular situation, like would you not do this thing collaboration, or like what? Like I have to do the collaboration, yeah, because collaboration is really essential. All right, yeah. But is that key we have to kind of like create some sort of line. Okay, yeah. What's a line? A line that each person shouldn't supposed to be cross. Example, okay, if I'm collaborating with the brands, okay, yeah, so brands are actually giving me money and kind of like a something really the resources about creating that work, but he was not kind of like a somethingly interpret on my creative work. Okay, yeah. So basically brand is actually create such a line that they are kind of like a providing money and resources, and all the creative freedom is up to you. Okay, yeah. So we it's a kind of like a something how a line. All right, yeah. Do you get it? Same goes with the people who are, so when you have that kind of like a such a line, you do collaboration even more better. Okay, yeah, because like he was doing this, then I have to do this thing. Okay, yeah. In the movie, okay, in the movie, they have kind of like a same protocol. Okay, yeah. Like basically director is a kind of like a head of the movie. Okay, yeah. But there are lots of department, like a camera department, costume department, art department, lots of things. Okay, yeah. Each department has a head of that particular department. Like in camera department there is a person called DOP, is the head of that department, head of that camera department. Okay, he kind of like a somethingly talk about the camera, talk about the lens, talk about this and that. He would not interpret in the costume department. No, he would not do that. Okay, yeah. Unless that costume is a kind of like a something problem to the camera, then he interact with the director, and director is kind of like a do those things. He will not directly go and talk to the costume director and say that ki, the costume that you pick is not really right. Okay, yeah. It's kind of like he will talk to the director, then director decided that ki, what should we supposed to change, because in the end the lens is really matter, the camera is also matter, but the costume is also really matter too. Okay, yeah. So figure it out, which should I supposed to do, which should I supposed to not. Director decided that, and then it changes according to it, yeah, on the camera or in the costume. All right, yeah. So basically in the film, in the making film, we have kind of like a different department has its a different head of that department. Each head of department is actually be more focused on that department, that make the kind of like a work as good as possible as it can. Okay, yeah. Camera department would not be interpret on costume department didn't really interpret with the art department didn't really interrupt with the lighting department, lots of things. Okay, yeah, lots of over there. So we are actually assigned some sort of line of work that you have to work beyond this line, you have to work beyond this line, you have to work beyond this line, you have to work beyond this line. Okay, yeah. So each and every work is actually collaborate at one single frame, and it creates a movie. Okay, yeah. Do you get it now? So basically, is this thing? If we wanted to collaborate with the people, we have to kind of like set some sort of line that we shouldn't supposed to be cross. This is the line, this is the line, this is the line. Okay, yeah. Only one person who is kind of like a something like a interact, and he would kind of like a judge, and he would kind of like a talk about the every department, and that person is called director, because he is the head of the ship, he is the head of that particular movie, he was actually leading the movie. So basically he's the person who is the director, is the only person who is responsible for kind of like a something really that key interact with a lot of things, costume, art, camera, everything. Okay, yeah. So this is what it is, and when only one person is actually interact, then probably creative differences will not become. All right, yeah. So this is what kind of like a something happened. All right, yeah. Usually is this thing, my work offline is not in the movie field. Okay, yeah. But like this is what it is. Okay, yeah. Is that key, if we kind of like a find out such a person who is kind of like a something same talent like me. Okay, yeah. And if I wanted to collaborate with that person, I usually prefer to create such a line that what should we supposed to do, what he should supposed to do, and we are actually combining work and make our work even more better. All right, yeah. So this is what it is. And if we are kind of like a something collaborating on the single frame where the line shouldn't supposed to be crossed, then at that time we have to discuss, like before the work we have to discuss, so prepare the plan that how do we supposed to take this thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Okay, instead of splitting the work, we have to work towards the one goal. All right, so this is what it's also gonna happen too. All right, yeah. So I usually make sure that when I do collaborate with the people, I make sure that the creative differences will not become. All right. Yeah. Next question.